Really quickly, I just want to apologize for the lack of uploads. School has been kicking my butt, and my computer's been having technical difficulties that have been making life so difficult for absolutely no reason. So I really do apologize for that. I did try to upload last week, but like I said, technical difficulties, there were storms, there was a bunch going on. It was really annoying. But I hope this video works. I had to trim it down and do a lot of editing for it. And I also wanted to announce that Mondays and Fridays will no longer be my upload days. It will only be Fridays because I feel like that is a schedule I can stick to better now that I have school and Fridays are my day off. Alright, enjoy the video. Why are so many people feeling like they need to put up a persona online? Or why are they feeling like they need to get plastic surgery or do this or do that? Like, were they bullied? Did people think they were ugly? Do they think that the only way for them to blow up and be big is to get, fake assets? The fake culture thing is because of how people react to things that are different. I feel like for so long there's such a beauty standard that a lot of people just didn't fit. And so you should have had you should have had longer, straighter hair. Okay, that's what a lot of weave is. A lot of people get the weave because maybe they don't want to flat iron their hair because they know that'll heat damage it. But they'll have a protective style underneath of the wig or the weave. I don't really know how it works. But they have protective styles on, and that'll help their hair grow and, keep moisture and everything and just be underneath. So then once their hair gets to their desired length or whatever, they'll do that. Or it's just easier to manage a wig or a weave and they have, a lot of stuff to do. Or, they don't have the time because it takes a really long time to manage our type of hair a lot of the time. And you also have to have the money to keep trying out different products because, some of them might work for somebody with the hair type and then you try it, it doesn't work for you. Or maybe there's a lot that aren't within your hair type and then the ones that are more expensive. There's a lot that goes into it for hair, at least. In terms of the body weight and stuff, there's been so much pressure to fit a certain mold. Even though at this point, I'm not really sure what the mold is because I see so many things where like they wanted it to be really skinny back then and be a certain complexion and stuff. And then once you get to pop culture and everything, they want you to be thick here and down there. They want you to be a certain way, and a lot of us just aren't because that's not how everybody type is. So I don't really that one. I feel like there's so much just growing up, you can see the differences between people that have different body types. If you were chubbier, they're going to say, oh, you're fat or whatever, and they're going to clown you for it most likely because that's for whatever reason how we grow up doing things, which is annoying and I hate that. And then if someone's slim thick, as they say, from a young age, they're going to sexualize you already. They'll discard your personality, and then they'll just love your body type, and they'll want to do stuff to your body and everything. And I feel like that one, that's from even being younger. Like, even from when you're in elementary school, that's something that's already in place. And as you get older, you either learn to love your body very well, or you hate it, or you're stuck in the middle where sometimes you do, sometimes you really don't. And you try to, work out or do something to get it to how you want it. And if that doesn't work, you do, fake surgeries and things. But that's also because people seem to believe that working out, you can choose where your fat goes and your muscle. Like, you don't know. That's not how that works. Like, if you work out, the majority of the time, you're going to lose assets here and assets there. Like, that's how working out. You don't get to choose where your muscle and fat tissue goes. And then there's people that are also already small, and then somebody is telling them, oh, you're too small, and they literally can't gain weight, because there are things where you can't gain weight. Or, oh, you're still fat or something, when they're like this big. And then that, there's so many things that go into that. So I don't know. I feel like you got to look at the root of the problem and can't be big mad about how, fake culture is, because it is that's what's been in place, and it's a struggle to get past it, especially even on the individual level, because, I personally just don't like it, and I just don't think I need to do it. But a lot of the time I will be like, wow, my hair's trash, maybe I should just get braids, because we'll be like, oh, somebody I know is get braids. Like, your hair is always out in the same style. And I'm like, well, if I knew how to do it, I would be doing it differently. But since I don't, and I'm struggling and trying, especially after all the years of my hair being messed up, then, you know, like, I'm trying. And it kind of hurt because it was like, why would I get braids? Like, this is my hair type and I like it. And, well, not really, but this is my hair type. This is what I was born with. And I'm trying to manage it. And they're going to say, oh, just get braids. And I'm like, I don't really want braids. I mean, they're great a lot of the time to help for hair growth and, you know, protective styles. But at the same time, it's like, why can't my natural hair be accepted, you know? So there's things like that. And then, like I said, with like the body thing, I've always been pretty small, and I was much smaller than this, but I was still somewhat tall. So in 5th grade, I was 10. One of the boys in my class said, you must have cancer because your boobs are so small. And, you know, my first reaction is, do I have cancer? Because, you know, I don't really know how cancer works. I know what it is. I know it could kill you. I know that very well because a lot of people in my family have died from it. And I think either that year or the year before, one of my great aunts actually died from cancer. So I was scared because, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die because I have cancer. And then I think about it and I'm like, that's not really how that works, though. And just because I'm smaller than somebody else doesn't mean that I'm going to have cancer. Like, I had to think about it, and right after I thought about it for like a second, I was like, no, that's dumb, that's not how that works. But for a second, you know, just because I was smaller and I didn't develop as fast, I was automatically like seen as differently. And, you know, somebody said something like that to me, and that's just not okay. So, and that was freaking elementary school. I was 10 and I was in 5th grade, you know. So it's really how, you know, people have been to each other. That's what causes these fake things. And then some people just like them, you know, or some people feel like they need it because they've probably gotten some type of torment, or they've seen other attention and they don't have it within themselves yet to be able to fully be okay, or mostly be okay with themselves, to the point where they don't think, you know, hey, I should change this by getting, you know, fake boobs or something. Like, Fit Carly J, or I think she changed her name, I can't remember, but Carly, Karleej on Instagram, she had breast implants, and I think last year or so she got them removed, and that is also very dangerous, actually. If you don't change them or get them updated, whatever the process is, you have to go forth every couple of years or something to like redo it or something, because that could be seriously bad for your health. But also removing them could also have a drastic effect, because then you're literally removing like tissue and whatever else from the already existing tissue, which could be bad. So you know, she had it, but she realized, she felt like she needed it, and so she decided to get it removed, and that she didn't want it anymore. And because she within herself, she became more okay and more, you know, welcoming of her body and everything. So I feel like that's kind of what it is. Like, a lot of people aren't okay with their bodies for various reasons, and like, you don't know how they grew up, you don't know, you know, what was said to them, what's still said to them, what's constantly happening. You don't know if, like, maybe some people put on makeup because, you know, freckles used to be, I don't know when this was, but freckles did not used to be celebrated. Now people be putting on fake freckles, or they'll be doing something to get freckles, and then people with freckles are like, wow, I've had these my entire life and this was not celebrated, but now y'all want to make it a trend. This is interesting. You know, there's like things like that. Like, some things will be pushed aside and they don't like it. Like dimples. I have a dimple, and it's literally a facial deformity, but it's so celebrated. And I'm like, well, why is no other facial deformity separated? You're gonna say this facial deformity that some people are born with, that some people are not, is cool. So they're gonna try to, was it like a eraser or a Q-tip or something that you would have to swirl in your cheek for something, and they thought that was gonna work. I don't know if that worked. I doubt it, because that's kind of weird. But I don't really know how like easy it is to like reconstruct the face, so I don't know. But people would do stuff like that, you know, to fit into that trend and that mold. So there's a lot going on there, and that's a problem that kind of needs to be fixed. And I don't think, like, for the people that just do it just to fit the trend because they know it'll make them money or something, I mean, that's it is what it is, you know? Like, if you want money, you see what's going to make you money or whatever, you're going to do whatever you got to do for that. So, I don't know. I feel like I don't necessarily like it either, and I'd like to see more people with like their natural hair, but a lot of them know how to care for their hair as well, but it's just a lot easier to just have the weave-in or the extensions or whatever, because that's easier to manage than, you know, their actual hair. And it could be protective style, like I said. So for like physical things, which is mainly what fake is, that's what it is. And then fake friends and stuff, that's not celebrated, or maybe it is somewhere, but in terms of fake friends, if you're a fake friend, you suck. Get it together, figure it out, because you're about to lose people that could really be very beneficial for your life and your mental health. But that's gonna be on you. So if that's the fake, if that part of fakeness is there, that one, I don't really know where that came from. I feel like that's just a human thing. You decide, oh, you know, this person has good things, you're gonna use them, whether it be like they're just really nice and help you, or they're always there to talk if you get bored or something. I don't know. But that's not okay. I don't feel like that's really celebrated as much as the other things. And I mean, that also might be for like monetary gain in terms of like famous people or something. It might also be like, you know, popularity, publicity and stuff, like where they'll fake diss each other or something, or they'll diss each other and then they come together and make a song or something, if y'all know who I'm talking about. But that happens a lot. You know, that's also helpful for publicity. Or maybe they actually did have a problem and then they realize it's not that deep and then they come together. I don't know. Most of the time it's probably publicity. So, you know, people like fake things. Like, drama shows on top of crime and all that are some of the highest ranking shows all the time. There's a lot of drama, a lot of times with relationships, either like friendship relationships, parental-ish, like parental-like relationships, or like intimate relationships or sexual, whatever you want to lace all of those types as. So fakeness is a thing. I think that has a bad connotation, self-obsessed, so I don't personally want to use that, but maybe not. I don't know. I think that we have a lot to change and to think about and to try to implement into society to change these things. If you don't use fake things, then, you know, good for you. But some people do, and I don't think it's fair to just judge them right off the bat for that. However, I also don't think, like, if you have fake whatever and someone doesn't like that, but they didn't know that you had the fake whatever, I feel like their reaction saying, oh, I wasn't expecting this, or oh, I don't really like this, is fine. I feel like it's fair to ask why you do that, so they can make their decision on, you know, because it might be conflicting for them. Like, they'll be like, why would you do this? Because if they see you as beautiful or whatever, why would you be doing this? And if you say it's because of your body issues or something, maybe they'll want to, you know, maybe that'll help them be able to realize, oh, okay, you have body issues, but I see you as beautiful. Here, let me make changes myself to help you feel the way that I feel about you for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that should be okay, because that's the only way you're going to be able to help feel better or make these changes, is if you're telling people, and you're telling good people that want to help you. And then it's also good because then you can find out the ones that are going to be like, oh, I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. And then they won't change nothing about themselves, and their personality is probably trash anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we just talk about it and like go about it in specific ways, it'll be better and we can make changes stuff. With that being said, how do I point? Fail. You matter now and forever. I love you guys. This is the end of the video. The body, I don't even know, because it seems like society wants this and that. Like, honestly, just have your body, have it how it is. I don't really care. I personally will celebrate your body type.
Good doctor. You got, I can't even remember any of their names. What the heck? I don't know, I'm tired. But, you know, the good doctor. You have, here's the surgical residents, right? Then you have, what are their names? This is what happens when you stop watching the show. Like, I was invested and really liked it. you can tell school has already stressed me out.